Summer is here. There's a chance your ADHD teen is either sleeping until noon, or playing video games until midnight, or telling you that they're already bored. You want them to learn something this summer, do something, grow a little, be productive. But how? I'm going to walk you through the 3 S's of a successful ADHD summer: structure, support, and self-care. This is going to be your toolkit for sailing through a very smooth summer. I'm Annie Adjen. I'm a certified ADHD coach. I work with teens, college students, and their parents to help them understand ADHD, manage it really well, and ultimately tap into its many gifts. First is structure. Summer does not need to be packed with activities, but it does need some rhythm and routine. The first S of structure means that you should include a fluid but predictable summer weekly routine. Have expectations for contributing to the household, and maybe even a potential job. A simple entry-level summertime job is a fantastic way to reinforce executive function skills and introduce teens to a little taste of adulting. Most teenagers, neurotypical or atypical, they're all motivated by a paycheck, but they might not know where to start. They're going to need your help in both getting a job and getting that job started. So lots of parent scaffolding is going to be necessary here. Think part-time. Working at a car wash or coffee shop? Those are both good places to start. Many of those places are high volume, require lots of public interaction, learning registers, prepping the store, cleaning toilets after the shift wraps up. A teen is going to build problem-solving, social, and organizational skills, and fast. If your teen is college age, it's good to know that Starbucks offers tuition assistance even for part-time employees starting on day 1. So do Target and Walmart if a retail job is more up their alley. If your teen has been to summer camp before, working at one as a counselor can be their next step, and they have the advantage of already knowing a lot about what they're getting themselves into. These are really active jobs, and they're perfect for ADHD teens who like kids and sports and love being outdoors. I'm coaching a student right now who is working as a CIT, that's a counselor in training, at the camp he attended every year growing up. This summer, it's all experience and no pay for him, but next summer, he'll have a paid position that he's already fully trained for. Entrepreneurship and ADHD brains go hand in hand. Mowing lawns, dog walking, babysitting, window washing, those are all perfect side hustles, or in this case, summer hustles, for the ADHD teen. Just keep in mind, while they're passionate about monetizing their idea, skills required to execute that idea are going to be delayed in ADHD. So they're going to need a lot of your help starting up their startup. Don't be afraid to step into their great idea and teach them how to get clients, how to keep a calendar, market their services, collect money, manage money, and more. The bottom line is this first S of structure does not mean a full calendar. It means anchoring summer days with some serious expectations. Whether it's a job, daily chores, or home projects, volunteer work, vacation Bible school, or taking care of younger siblings, create rhythm and create purpose. Come to the table together with a physical calendar. For summer, I'm really partial to those large desk calendars so that both of you can look at and write on the month at a glance together. Decide together which days they get to sleep in, which days they're going to wake up earlier, what week you're going to be traveling, which nights they're in charge of making dinner. You get the idea, but make sure to get their input. If they don't have a say in the matter, they're not going to buy in. No verbal agreements though. You've got to write it down on that calendar. ADHD brains thrive on predictability. So even a loose routine is going to go a very long way. Even with the best intentions, ADHD teens are going to struggle with initiation and planning and follow through. That's where this second S comes in, S for support. Many parents don't have the luxury of taking a bunch of time off during the summer to provide additional support to teenagers who have way too much time on their hands. So to make your life much easier, start by electing things your teen wants to do this summer, not what you want them to do this summer. Yes, parents do know best. However, no matter what you do to get the horse to the trough, the ADHD teen isn't going to drink the water if they don't want to. You see, most brains are duty-based brains, which means we know what's important, so we do what's important. Because, well, my parents told me I have to. and because I have a duty-based brain. The ADHD brain is never going to be duty-based. It is neurologically wired to be interest-based. If you support your teen in figuring out all the things they want to do this summer, it's going to be a very good summer. It's also going to dramatically cut down the amount of time that you have to support them this summer. Now, this does not mean that you travel from Orlando Disney to Anaheim Disney to Paris Disney because that's what your teen said they wanted to do. No. Rather, you work together to find them a job at Disneyland this summer. You get the idea. Now the parent is in line with the teen's interests, and that's the only way they're going to grow, acquire life skills, and the only way you're going to preserve your sanity and the relationship with your child. You'll speak in a language that they understand when you speak to their interests. That's how you set up a teen with ADHD for success this summer, because to them, it feels like summer fun. You can't beat them, so join them and do all you can to get on board with their ideas. Now, don't assume your teen knows how to get started, even if it's their own exciting idea. ADHD brains are at a deficit in all the skills needed to get things underway. So help them brainstorm, offer to help fill out applications, or create resumes together. Go along with them and visit those job sites, and help them make that phone call to somebody you might already know at Disneyland. Hand-holding is not coddling in ADHD. It's executive function support, and your teen needs that for their skills strengthening and for their confidence strengthening. It's referred to as scaffolding, and it's absolutely essential in parenting a teen with ADHD. As much as possible, co-plan, co-create, and co-navigate summer goals and plans so that you are doing with, not for, with your teen together, which demonstrates and teaches new skills. And I want you to think about the long game. Don't expect reliability and work ethic just to show up on day one. If they stick it out, though, for a few weeks this summer, then next summer, you can expect more independence and a little more initiative. That's how skill building works with ADHD. You're not just trying to get them to do something this summer. You're building capacity for what's next. This summer, maybe their job is working as a host at a local restaurant. Next summer, maybe they'll get trained to be a food server. Skills development takes longer in ADHD brains because the frontal lobes mature more slowly. It's going to take them 2, 3, sometimes even 4 or 5 years longer than their peers to figure out life and to acquire life skills, so be patient. Give tons of proper praise, and when in doubt, scaffold more. The third S stands for self-care. Before we expect our teens to take initiative or perform well in any role during any season, we need to build a foundation that supports their basic brain function. And that starts with these 3 cornerstones of ADHD management: sleep, nutrition, and exercise. Prioritize sleep like it is medicine, because for the ADHD brain, it is. Everything unravels when sleep is off. Behavior, memory, mood, cravings, impulsivity, even motivation. Let them rest and let them sleep in late some days. The teen brain needs that too. But also create a consistent sleep-wake cycle. If your teen is allowed to have screens in the bedroom at night, that is a problem. Even if it's just for the summer, it's going to be next to impossible to disallow screens in the bedroom at night once school starts. If they go to a friend's house for a sleepover, awesome. But then it's right back to the steady sleep-wake cycle afterwards. You take off for Europe for 2 weeks, bon voyage, have fun. But once you're back home, right back into that regular sleep cycle. Routine is queen for the ADHD teen. When talking about nutrition, I want you to approach it as foods that fuel the brain, foods that hurt the brain, and foods that heal the brain, instead of good and bad foods, or I have to go on a diet, or I can eat that, but I can't eat that. Have your teen prepare as many meals together with you, and make sure they're always protein rich, offer lots of vegetables and fruits, and especially focus on really healthy fats that fuel and heal the brain. Get them in the kitchen as much as possible to help you cut up that watermelon, skewer the kebabs, blend up yummy smoothies. If you enjoy gardening, then definitely do that together this summer. Gardening is such a great way to learn about whole foods and a natural and compelling counterpoint to the nasty processed foods that follow our teenagers everywhere they go. The third cornerstone of managing ADHD is exercise. Whether it's hiking or biking, swimming, maybe team sports, or simply walking the dog or taking a brisk walk as a family in the morning or after a meal. All movement helps regulate dopamine. It helps manage emotions, and it also fertilizes the brain with BDNF. Those are magical proteins that protect and grow neurons in the brain, produced only when we exercise. Exercise is not an optional extra, but it is an absolute must. And as you already know, you also must make it fun and rooted in your teenagers' interests because you respect their interest-based neurology that they were born with. And even when they've chosen what to sign up for, don't expect that they'll independently lace up their tennis shoes and grab their racket and go bounding out the door. They're going to need you to help scaffold them with setting it on the calendar, maybe setting up phone alarm reminders, pack them a snack and water, go ahead and offer to pick up their friends along the way, and thank you for supporting them getting started as well as muscling through the exercise. Now, it's also important that we talk about screens as a part of self-care. Yes, screen time and more of it is normal during summer, and that's okay. But coach your teen to be mindful and intentional about how and when they use their screens. Block screen time into chunks, hour or 2-hour chunks with real breaks in between. Plan screen time out together and write it on that physical summer calendar. Prioritize green time over screen time. Help them understand that they're going to feel a little bit grumpy after gaming because any easily accessible, cheap dopamine in large quantities makes serotonin levels in the brain drop. So it's really important to stack an outdoor or physical activity right after the gaming period. Don't be authoritarian in the way that you manage their screens. Rather be child-centered and be collaborative in the way that you work with your teenager to create expectations as well as limitations around their screen usage. I like to say either you have it or it has you to my teenagers when it comes to their relationship with screens, especially gaming. It turns addictive very quickly without them realizing. Lastly, downtime is okay. In fact, for ADHD teen brains, more downtime is usually necessary. Don't worry too much if your teen sometimes sleeps until noon or binges on 3 episodes in a row. On the flip side, also don't be tempted to overschedule your teen during summer months. They need more time to recover from last semester and more time to gear up for the next school year. Just be sure to balance ample rest with set routines so that their brain doesn't get stuck in an all work or all play mode. Summer doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to move your teen a little bit forward. With one small win, new habits learned, maybe a first job, some outdoor adventures, and many memorable meals. Summer can definitely be fun and at the same time further skill development. Vacation always goes by so fast, but if you stick to these 3 S's, it's going to be great for you and your teen. S is for structure. Structure is going to create rhythm, habits, and it's going to sharpen time management, task initiation, task completion, and many other executive functions. S is also for support. Support your teen. Give your constant, compassionate scaffolding to help build their skills. There are no limits on the skills that they can acquire during these months, even though there's no classroom instruction happening. And the last S is for self-care. Center self-care around the beautiful developing teen brain. Fuel that brain with the right foods. Build awareness and structure for healthy sleep hygiene. And take advantage of warm days and nights for plenty of exercise. The outdoor offerings during summer are endless. The more they move their bodies, the better they can work their brain. If you found this helpful, share it with another parent who might be sweating the heat of summer with their teenager. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on pro ADHD parenting. Enjoy your teenager this summer and enjoy all of your exciting endeavors together.